Guys, so in yesterday's video I very briefly mentioned how I thought that buying a dashcam was a worthy investment, and with that I bought a dashcam yesterday, or maybe the day before, I think it was yesterday, that happened to be on sale on Amazon. It was an 8mm, which is known to be one of the better brands of dash cams on at least a lower side of budgets, so to speak, like rather than an off-brand, which is absolutely the lowest budget. It was like the lowest price for a decent dash cam. Basically has all the bells and whistles that you would want in a dash cam. I got a front and rear dash cam because in my mind I've seen people get rear-ended, and I've been in rear-ending accidents before. So I felt like it made a lot of sense to have one in the front and back, just to in case that kind of thing happens. And that's really the main purpose of a dash cam, is it's almost like a form of insurance, so that you could look back at what happened exactly and be able to defend yourself if an accident happens and it wasn't your fault, or if nothing else, it could just be entertaining content to look at if you're in a weird circumstance. For example, I drive a lot in rural areas, so sometimes a cow will be crossing the road. It'd be really cool to have footage from a dash cam of that kind of event happening. So for the leisure of it, and then also the added insurance of in case something happens and someone tries to blame an accident on me when it wasn't my fault, and having extra evidence, it's worth what ended up being $50 as an investment for me. Coming with the SIM card and stuff, which is kind of a big deal because the SIM cards range from $10 to $20 depending on how big a SIM card you use. Ideally, you should have like a 64, if not a 128 gigabyte SIM card, I'm saying SIM card, I mean SD card. Since more or less 10 gigabytes is equivalent to around an hour of footage, very, very roughly. That decreases quite a bit since I have two cameras running, so it'll probably be more like 5 gigabytes is equal to, or I'm doing my math backwards. 20 gigabytes is equal to about an hour for the front and back cams to be recorded at the same time. Also, a nice thing about it is it duals as a backup cam if your car doesn't have a backup cam built in. Could act as like a crash protection kind of warning beeper. It has a lot of parking protection, so if you park somewhere that's a little sketchy, you'll have a camera in there that'll flick on and off if you need it to. So all those kind of things built into a webcam just make it, I think, a very good investment. And that's speaking as someone that hasn't actually used webcam yet, or I keep saying webcam, I mean dashcam. But I'll have it tomorrow. I plan on putting it in after I finish my exam on Saturday, most likely Sunday, because I'm excited to do that. And we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.